Yeah, 2 days out, just walked off the practice field, just building up to Friday night. And again, I know we've talked a lot about it already, but awesome opportunity for our football team to go up against, a very good football team in Oklahoma and Coach Venables. And so I'm looking forward to everything that comes about here in the next 2 to 3 days.
All right, appreciate it, Coach. Let's go ahead and start with Jeff Spiegel. Go ahead, Jeff.
Hi, Kalen. I know it's next man up, whenever someone's injured, but could you tell me, Josh Cuevas, what does he bring to the table when he's out there for you?
Experience, oh, athleticism, just consistent in everything. Knows his assignment. He's been in the system now 3 years, and so he can kind of do it all. He's comfortable in the box, on the line, flexed out, all the little things that we really utilize our tight ends for. He's just extremely comfortable doing it.
Let's go to Charlie Potter next.
Yeah, Coach, I was actually going to ask about Josh and Danny Lewis too. Just what have you seen from those guys in terms of their progress and maybe their availability for Friday?
Yeah, both of them will be available. And so again, the progress continues to happen. And, Danny's is just going to continue to be ongoing like it has. And so, we're just utilizing him just to per certain packages and, because he's not necessarily an every play type of guy as far as just with the limitations he has. And so he'll be ready to go, but he's a big body in there that we can utilize in ways, and he knows the offense really well also.
Chase Goodbread, I'm assuming that's you. Go ahead, you're next.
Yeah, Coach, there was some reporting yesterday that Derek Nix is going to be the next receivers coach. Can you shed any light on that at all?
I can. Yeah, I'm not ready to talk about that yet. Appreciate the question, but not ready to go there yet.
All right, let's next go to Blake Byler. Go ahead, Blake.
Yeah, Coach, Jeremy mentioned yesterday that the lights caused some difficulties for receivers last year at Oklahoma. Has that been anything y'all have talked about or prepared for leading up to this game?
I know he had the one in particular, that somehow he's either in the lights or not in the lights. I'm not sure what the situation was, but it kind of ate him up, or however you want to word it. But every stadium is a little different, and really, there's no way to replicate whether it's Bryant-Denny Stadium or when we go on the road to these other places. And so just got to adjust when you're there. Actually, we had a practice under the lights the other night, but really that's not going to do anything for you as far as preparing for the places you go. So we just got to adjust when we're there. There's nothing really to talk about. It's just a road game and all the things that come with it.
All right, next is Colin Gay.
Hey, Kalen. Obviously, this is a stage that you've been on before in terms of the college football playoff, but it's the first time here at Alabama. What do you remember about how, your demeanor or how you approached the college football playoff when you were at Washington? What similarities do you see from that time? What differences?
I just know that across the board, the intensity is just so much fun to be a part of. The playoff environment and just everyone. The support, whether it's your team inside, the support outside, this is what you work for. You work to get to this moment to where you got a chance to reach your goals. And, every day you're giving everything you can to give yourself the best chance to be successful. And so, you just got to make sure we stick to our process and every day give everything you got. One thing that is, nice this week is, you're done with finals and guys are graduation and all that's taken care of. And so, you're just really focused on football. And so that's been really good for our guys to be able to lock in that way. But if you're not giving everything you got now, really don't belong here because that's the expectation anytime. And it certainly would be the expectation at this point in the playoff season.
Okay, let's go to Will Miller next.
Coach, you said before that you thought the running game took steps forward in the first game against Oklahoma this year. With Jam being back out there, what do you expect to see from him and from that part of the offensive attack this time around?
Yeah, I think just I thought we blocked as good as we had, and again, you want to take those steps, and certainly, um, we've had times where we struggled to run the ball, and I thought that was a game where we communicated well. We blocked well. We did our assignment, and we kept building. And Jam was the part of that, and carried the load there as well as Daniel and getting some opportunities in that first game. And so you just really hope that us understanding what they do. I know there'll be some tweaks and adjustments they make. We will do the same, but you just really want to build and two teams that again know each other, and so you have your identity, but you also got to continue to find these little tangents that you can add to because we know what they're working on and they know what we're working on.
We'll go to Mike Rodak next. Go ahead, Mike.
Yep. Yesterday, you announced the signing of Josh Ford out of the portal. Just what did you see out of him from Oklahoma State, and just kind of where do you see him fitting in next year?
Yeah, we just need tight ends, guys that are versatile and can do the thing on the line of scrimmage for us and give us some size. And we also need guys that can make the catches and be a threat in the passing game. And so just really feel good about the direction that room can continue to go. We got the graduation of Josh and Danny this year, and so got some good young guys, but could use some veteran guys that have been in the college world a little bit, and he brings that.
Okay, we'll go to Matthew Mason next.
Hey, Coach, just a special teams question for you. With LT being out, not being on the punt team, just wanted to ask you what this week of preparation has been like, replacing him and kind of fixing what happened on that block punt in the SEC title game.
Yeah, it really is nothing that we can't handle other than that situation. I think a lot of it was we had LT for practice during the week there early. And so, just with that game going back, there were limited reps and that certain guys got. And so, we've had 2 weeks and, those guys know what we're doing. It was just a moment that we weren't on our A game there, and you lose guys, and you lose a little bit of that veteran piece, but we got guys that are more than capable.
Emily Grace McWhorter is next.
Hey, Coach, as you've had a chance to work with the wide receiver room a little bit more this past week, what are you seeing from them specifically as you guys prep for Oklahoma's defense?
I like the attention to the detail of these guys and the questions they're asking. I get in that room every once in a while, but I've been in it more pretty much every meeting here the last week. And so just really like the way they're trying to be dialed in. Good. I just think they're really working together well to add to what we've done before. And Tyler Hughes is a guy that's been in our program. He was with us a few years ago when we were at Washington. He's been back and forth between the Patriots in different capacities, and last year he was the wide receivers coach there. So from a fundamental and teaching standpoint, he understands that position, done it at the highest level, and then also knowing our offensive system. He's been a critical piece to our success for a couple of years now. And so he's done a great job filling in and really working with that group each and every day in the meetings on the side, just to get them up to speed on what the game plan's all about. But, we got at this point, guys that understand what it takes. We got good leadership in that group, guys that care, guys that can make plays. And so it's certainly a unified effort, which is great to see.
Next, we have a question from Steve Moulton. Go ahead, Steve.
I think it's muted, Steve.
Yeah.
There you go.
You got me?
Yep.
You got me? Coach, since the last time we saw you, how much healthier do you think your team is heading into this playoff game, Coach?
Yeah, I think it's when each guy can be a little healthier. We'll have a few guys back as well. I think that makes a difference. It makes a difference, especially in how you practice. And so, got to go out there, still do it on Saturdays and when Fridays, I guess this week. But we got a great opponent across from us too that has a say in that. But I like the temperament. I like the way we're able to go out there and practice with a good tempo and have a little more depth to us too, so you can get more reps, whether it's ones or twos. But every guy's just a little more healthier. I mean, you're going to naturally be that with a week off, and we got that before we had to get back to really work here over the last 8 days or so. Getting ready for Oklahoma.
Okay, we have time for a couple more questions. We'll start with Jayla Brown.
Hey, Coach, what do you think that you need to see offensively and defensively from this team to win this game this go round?
I think it's got to be, we got to play physical. We got to continue to play smart. We do a good job being disciplined. Penalties, for the most part, we had in the Iron Bowl, we had more penalties than normal. But we've done a good job that way. And so, what that does is it keeps you from hurting yourself when you're on offense and not being behind the chains. And, offensively, that's really the theme is, not be behind the sticks. We're going to have to convert on third down, stay on the football field. Field position is important. Obviously, that means taking care of the football. That and special teams is included. I know you're talking offense and defense, but the field flips, 40 plus yards every time when you kick the football. So, defensively, to me, it's about identification, and then we just got to tackle and do our job to make sure we keep Mateer, under wraps, because he can do so many things, not just with his arm, but with his feet.
All right, our last question will be from Nick Kelly.
Hey, Jeremy Bernard and Parker Brilcher are two guys that you guys wrestled against Eastern Illinois. You have a chance to heal and stuff. How much have you seen this added rest time benefit those two guys?
You talking about the rest right? You talking about the time right now for those?
Yeah, I'm talking about the time right now, like just because they were obviously held out for that.
Yeah, they got pretty dinged up in both of them in this game last time, and just kept playing through it. And that was something that if we'd had to play that next week, what we did, I guess we did play that next week, they wouldn't have been able to go and didn't go. And so, those injuries heal up over time when you're playing. Sometimes there are setbacks. They had a few of those back over the past few weeks, but there's no question that a little bit more time right now has helped everyone. But you're asking about those two. That's certainly the case there for Parker and Germ.
All right. Thank you, Coach, for your time.
Yeah, thank you guys. Roll Tide.